from the Raw Boxing TV studios. Your host, Ranger. Information may cause headaches to hates or biased casual fan. The host that gives you facts with very little feelings. From the city of the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, the man who floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, Louisville, Kentucky. It's showtime.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome once again to Raw Boxing TV. I want to thank every single one of you that's taken time to spend with me. Yo, get the seatbelts on. Phone jack in the building. HLD in the building. What's up, mi hermano? Puerto Rico in the house. Yo, today's going to be a very, very explosive topic. Conversation, live stream, whatever you want to call it. We're going to allow a few more minutes. Remind you to hit the thumbs up as you come in so that YouTube can start sending the notification. Transcendent Sports Channel in the building. Welcome. All of you guys, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm going to decompress for about 40 minutes. Then I'm going to be dropping the link. And I'm going to, once I drop the link, I'll take a few of you. I want to hear your thoughts on this matter. And I'll probably do that for another 45 tonight. Today I got to stay under 2 hours. I've been in and out the house, y'all. That's why I just got back this morning from Oklahoma. Tomorrow at 7:30. I'll be in Dallas, Fort Worth. Then later on, I'm going to be, also in Dallas. 2 places in Dallas. And then after that, Baltimore. From Baltimore, Boston. And from Boston, I'll be back Thursday here where I'm at. Tank Prime Time in the building. Thank you for being here. We're just allowing a few moments to allow YouTube to send the notifications out. Let people know that we're here, that we're cooking. There's a lot of good things in boxing, y'all. And yes, boxing is not where I would like it to be, but damn it, she's surviving. It's like that person that doesn't want to drown and she keeps, she doesn't want to drown. I definitely think there's a lot of good things going on. I definitely think that there's some things we need to talk about. Some fights we would like to see. This past weekend did not disappoint in no shape or form, except for a single fact that I missed some of the fights because ESPN Plus was messing up on me. I had to call him, cancel my subscription. My wife opened another subscription. I lost the live stream. It was horrible this weekend, people. It was horrible this weekend, but we're going to get into it here in a minute, man. The hate continues, guys. But in the middle of the hate, there's talent being cooked in the ring. There is legacy being pursued and grabbed in the ring. The T, so I can remain calm, so my nerve system can stay at ease, so that I can remain focused, because today might get a little heated. And everybody's welcome to the live stream today. If you're watching from the dark, if you're a double agent, it does not matter. You are welcome here. Valdez, the king of 130-pound division. Reynoso, possibly the best trainer as we speak. Anything can change tomorrow. There's still a long time to go in the year. Yes. You heard it correctly. Adrien Reynoso, possibly the best trainer as we speak. I don't want to hear about Earl Spence trainer. Yes, he's an excellent trainer. An excellent trainer. Leave it in the ring, in the building. What's up, man? Hey, don't catch yourself watching me. I don't want yourself to get yourself in trouble. Happy for you if you're the boss of your own place, your own company. That GOAT in the building. The hate is really the salty when they see us shine. What up, Raw? What's up, that GOAT? G Funky in the building. Everybody go and check these channels out, man. Every single one of these channels right here. And I think HLD is getting ready to put out some content as well. So check them out, man. These are all great channels. These are channels that are not putting the content with a narrative behind it. The only narrative these channels are driving is the basic truth, followed by common sense. No bias. Am I proud of my Latino fighters? You absolutely bet your butt I am. But when they trip, and I talk about it. If a Chinese is the greatest of all time, I talk about the Chinese as the greatest of all time. If a black fighter is the greatest of all time, I talk about the black fighter as the greatest of all time. If a Latino is the greatest of all time, he gets the same respect. And when they all mess up, we talk about it in the manner they deserve. AB, about the billions, about the babies. $13 in my bank account. Send me some cash apps. We're going to talk about that gift he got. Santiago got robbed for sure. Beautiful, beautiful weekend of boxing. Listen, y'all. Let me tell you something. G Funky won. D-Style going to be taking that pie in the face. Chris Reina. Awesome performance from Valdez. You better. You believe that, man? I believe it as well. That was an awesome performance. We're going to talk about that today because a lot of people talking about, oh, Valdez went over there and completely demolished him. Yes, but we got to talk about in which way he demolished Berchelt. Valdez is a duck. He don't want the smoke from the Shakur tank. 2 days. It's enough time, right? HLD, you're going to be definitely, if you stick around here, man, you're going to be in here tonight with me. We're going to talk about this. It's comical at this point. It's definitely comical. I like to tell you guys, not only hit the thumbs up as you come in, but also grab the link to this video, to this live, and share it on your social media platforms. You never know who's interested in this types of content, man. So let's dim the music down a bit. Let me pick up my mic gain a bit. And let's talk some boxing, shall we? Let's see. Honestly, Flores impressed me. Yes. I was impressed by a lot of things. And we'll talk about Flores because I was heavily criticizing him at the beginning of the fight because to me, he wasn't being active enough. It was as if he was waiting for the perfect counterpunch, but I just saw Velez slowly but surely taking over a little bit. I thought he wasn't busy enough, starting so slow. He was trying to look too pretty, in my opinion, but credit must be given when credit is earned, and he earned the credit. He shocked me in the simple fact that, look, Velez is a very tough opponent, right? And Velez is not the type of opponent that's constantly on the ground or that's lost a lot by knockout. This is the only only the second time it's been stopped. And then when you look at Flores Jr., you got a guy that only had 6 KOs out of 19 victories. So naturally, we're sitting there looking at him, trying to box, being very slow, starting very slow. We see the veteran Velez cutting the ring, applying the pressure, throwing 1 and 2 punch combinations, 3 punch combinations, and we see him sitting there waiting, and we're like, okay, kid, come on, we got to start picking up the pace. The tea, only 1 sugar. Delicious. Look at the darkness in that tea. Oh boy, my nervous system's gonna be calm because I gotta be calm to deal with y'all today. I got them double agents in the dark. But congratulations to Flores, because Flores did something I was not expecting, and that was to put out the very guy who's not often put away in Velez. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful counterpunch that hurt Velez. And look, you can argue that the stoppage was a bit early. Yes, you can make all those arguments. It does not matter. It does not matter because at the end of the day, we're not the referees. The referee, very experienced referee, saw something in Velez that he didn't like, therefore he stopped the fight. He caught Velez with the one he never saw coming, and I like his post-fight interview. He was very direct, very honest, very straightforward with his post-fight. He said it. Look, I'm not the most powerful guy. I just caught the dude with the one he never saw coming in the same manner I did in my fight before my last. And so he's out. He's out, which is exactly what happened. Velez never saw that coming. And after that, Velez was never really able to recuperate. Flores saw the blood. He went for it. Congratulations, kid. Improving to 20-0 with 7 knockouts. You have good boxing skills. I would like to see you get a little busier. I would like to see you be a little more active in there. I would like to see you not sit and wait so much on the perfect counterpunch. Sometimes you have to feint. You have to work that jab. Force the counterpunch. Force the counterpunch. Sometimes you have to force your opponent to want to come in and attack you so that you can see the opening and implement your counter. But nevertheless, you do have very good boxing skills. Let's see. I thought Velez would win, and he was pressing the act. Yeah, correct. Flores was in that bicycle, but when he decided to sit on those punches, boom, correct. Leave it in the ring. You're exactly correct, Dave. If you go back to the life, me and I had future champion of the world, my brother-in-law in there with me. I had his father, both of my kids. We were all talking about the same thing. When is this kid going to press the action? When is he going to press the action? Because at the end of the day, yeah, you're the pretty boy. Yeah, you're the prospect. He's the old dude. But the old dude is eating your pancakes right now, homie. You got to go over there, grab the fork off his hands, put the knife down, and start eating the pancake yourself. Apply the pressure and dictate the pace of the fight. Start owning the fight. Boxing. I missed the Kelly fight, so I'm not going to talk about the Kelly fight. Once I shoot the link, if any of y'all saw the Kelly fight, you're more than welcome to share with us your thoughts, and I might pitch in a little bit on it, but I'm not going to be disingenuous and sit here and try to pretend that, I saw the fight and this is what happened. No, I didn't see it. I'm not going to talk about it. Once I shoot the link, any of you want to come in and chop it up with me, you're more than welcome. Hey, right in the building. What's up, my brother? But yeah, man, 100. Definitely to me, Flores is, I know he's calling out the big dogs, right? I know that. I know as a young buck, as a fighter that trusts in his ability, he feels the urge, the psychological level to say, I can take on these dudes and beat him. I get that. Well, I haven't seen much from him, but what I saw, I didn't see him at that level yet. Maybe 3 or 4 more fights, maybe less. Who knows? In my opinion, he's definitely not at that level just yet. He's not. I don't know what your thoughts are on this kid, but to me, he's just, I think he still needs a little more work. A little more work. Keep pushing the pace. Keep working on your craft. Sit on your punches from time to time. You got to learn how to sit on those punches. You don't always have to be in the tip of your toes looking to hit and be out of the way. Sometimes you got to identify pauses and times during the fight that you can take advantage of to sit on your punches and put at least 2 or 3 combinations throughout the entire rounds together. Start causing those damages early in the fight so that maybe if the fight stretches out, by the time you get to the deeper rounds, you've caused enough damage. But the kid has a good surrounding. He's got some good people around him. I trust that they put in the work. It looks like they put in the work. So we can only hope for good things to come if he remains focused. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's serious about it. I didn't know the kid's mom was dead. I kind of like what I saw. You know, the psychological cushion that he gives himself by separating a seat for his mom. Pretty unique. I'd never seen that. Is it just me or my mustache is tripping, y'all? Look at this. Yo, I'm rough. Like, I really need a barbershop, but COVID is killing us all. All these barbers with all these appointments, and then I can't do no appointment because I'm gonna miss him. I'm in and out of the barbershop constantly. So let's talk about Adrien Broner. Let's talk about Adrien the problem, the literal problem for boxing, Broner. And I don't mean that in a good way. I absolutely don't mean that in a good way. So first, the guy announces he's coming back at 140 pounds. At first, Roland Franklin in the building. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. We working. True media all day, brother. All day. You know that's what we all about. Let's talk about AB. AB. About the billions. About the BS. About the baby. Send me some cash app. I'm down to $13 in my bank account. Chill, Dave. Chill, Dave. Listen, the dude announces that he's coming back at 140 pounds. He posts his videos on Instagram of struggling. He's running, and we see him running, and we're like, yeah. I even believed him for a minute. I gotta tell you, I even believed him. HLD, AB about basura. Oh, cruel and evil. I even believed them. I gotta tell you, I believed them. I thought for a fact that, he's actually, maybe his need for money is pushing him to be dedicated again. Maybe he sees the light at the end of the tunnel, that if he comes back, dedicate the last 4 or 5 years of his career seriously to the sport, maybe he can become a world champion again, and maybe he can see that by being a world champion, he could be a credible fighter, and by being a credible fighter, the money will come. And if the money will come, then he can pay the $800,000 he owes to that girl. You know, he can go from $13 to whatever amounts of dollars. I actually thought that. You see him in the bucket of ice, all freezing and stuff. You see him in the gym lifting his shirt. And I'm like, this kid is taking it serious, y'all. Only to find out makes a lot of sense, Dave. I called AB the Hector Camacho of today. Makes a whole lot of sense. But this kid comes back only to find out, only so we can find out that now he couldn't make the weight. Now he wasn't fighting the Puerto Rican kid. Instead, he moves the fight to another weight division, 147 pounds, and he fights a Santiago on a week's notice and gets a gift. You heard me. Don't act like you got wax in your ears. He got a gift. He got a gift. Notice how they were playing you that night. They put his picture up there with the greatest, with the people that they were never disrespectful to the sport. What they doing is they preparing your brain to accept this fighter again. You see him up there with Oscar De La Hoya, with Mosley, with the Trinidads of the world, and you're like, the Castro's like, man, this kid is good, man, this kid's gonna be good. You see those pictures up there in the middle of those pictures, you see AB, the problem, Broner, and you as a Castro, you're like, yeah, he's good. And then you see him getting a gift decision, and you as a Castro, you're still like, he's good. And congratulations, you've bitten the hook. Now you're an Adrien Broner fan as a Castro. Congratulations, you've bitten the hook. Now every time he fights, you're going to tune in, you're going to drive the numbers up, and you're going to maintain something that's not worth being maintaining. Joe Lopez, 40 ounces in the building. Yep, he did. He changed it with a week's notice. HLD. Let's see. I'm not buying the I'm not buying it unless he fights. Oh, he ain't gonna do that. He didn't want to fight Michelle La Salsa Rivera. Had he fought La Salsa Rivera, that would have been a little more credible. But no, he wasn't trying to get that kind of smoke coming back. And I don't blame him I'm not gonna hate. I don't blame him for not going after that either. That would have been just a little too much. HLD, I see the comparison in his personality, but let's see, I lost the comment. Oh, but Camacho resume substances. Oh, no, yeah, of course. We're talking solely on based on behavior, not on resume. No, definitely. HLD, I agree, but Broner did face the guys he should. Yeah. Rap star boxing knowledge in the building. My brother from London, England in the building. What's going on, my brother? Hope everything is doing good over there. Keep the hustle. Puerto Rican rum in the building. Puerto Rican rum in the building. Yo, I got to tell you, this past life was legit. Last life was legit. Lately, before we continue talking about AB, lately, I've been getting a lot of love from the Philippines. Last 2 weeks ago, I had people from the entire health center in Manila tune in on a TV watching my live stream. And I kept getting the love from them. A lot of Russians, people from Greece, three people from Uzbekistan. One of them was a fighter. They were here they wanted to see Beck the Killer, so they wanted to also see my comments. A fighter tuned into my live stream, and I'm gonna have him over. You guys will be meeting him soon, so it's been pretty nice. This past weekend, I also had a lot of people from overseas. A bunch of people from the Philippines again. Now I don't know if this were the same people from the health center, but it was just, hey, yo, salute from the Philippines, and then 2 or 3 minutes later, salute from the Philippines, and he was like, Philippines. Wow. One person out of Greece this weekend. So we're working, y'all. Pigeon Mike Tyson. Yo. So Adrien Broner comes back, and he literally changes the weight on all of us. Let me show y'all something, because let me accept this. Just want to 38, 37. He literally changes the weight on us. He passes on this fighter from Puerto Rico, which in my opinion, I truly hope that this fighter got his I truly hope that this fighter got his penalty or whatever penalties they assign Adrien Broner. Because at the end of the day, oh shoot, I can't share this with y'all. Sorry about that. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure this fighter went to the ring, to the gym every single day, put his body through stress, went into the diet, probably separated himself from his loved ones for a little bit, separated himself from his day-to-day living to be able to make weight, only to find out with a week to go on the fight that his opponent couldn't make the weight, so he changed the fight, which was supposed to be at 140 pounds. He changed it to 147 pounds. I tell you what it is. AB wanted to come back and still fight the little guys. AB wanted to come back and take an undefeated fighter who is naturally a little smaller. He wanted to come back and wipe him out so he can position himself in a good place in the fans' minds and be like, yo, AB's back, y'all. AB is back, y'all. And then there you go. We're going to get AB's fights. I don't care what you think. In my opinion, Adrien Broner should have not been the victorious fighter in that fight. Rolling the creepy music in the background. I like to get it dramatic, bro. I like to put a little drama in the cupcake. You know what I mean? I like to get them angry. I like to get them with desire to take my head off. Hit that like button if you haven't, man. And again, grab the link to this live stream and drop it in your social media platform. I went very early today because I got to finish early. I got a little date with the wifey before I head out tomorrow again. So, hey, I'm splitting my time between you guys and the wifey. So the least you can do is hit the thumbs up and share the damn link in your social media platform. Yo, what's next for AB? Like, let's talk serious now. What's next for AB? After a performance like this, what's next for a fighter like that? Right? Are we being harsh on him? Should we be a little easier because he has been away for such an amount for such amount of time? Is this just the beginning? Will he be better in his next fight? Will he be able to make 140 pounds on his next fight? Are we being harsh? I don't feel like I'm being harsh. I feel like speaking about a fighter that's been around the game, that's been a 3 world division champion, 3 or 4 world division champion, a fighter that knows the in and outs of the game. I feel that he needs to know how to manage himself. Yo, at the end of the day, we're not talking about a rookie here. At the end of the day, we're not talking about some guy that, well, you know, I didn't know, so I couldn't make the weight. We're talking about Adrien Broner. We're talking about the very fighter that, like I said already, it's been around the game for a minute. What's next for Adrien Broner? Can Adrien Broner beat Porter? Hell no, not at this time. Can Adrien Broner beat Crawford? Absolutely not. Can Adrien Broner beat Spence Jr.? Hell to the triple hell to the hell no. Can he even beat Ugas? Absolutely not. He doesn't have the output. Who can he beat at 147 pounds? What would be another good fight? Hey, let's make Danny Garcia versus Adrien Broner next. Maybe at 147 pounds, with plenty of time for both fighters to make the weight. Both fighters in desperate need of elevating their careers again, so that whatever's left of their careers, they can bag in a little more numbers. Let's make these 2 fighters again. One of them should come victorious. One doesn't have enough output. Neither does the other one, but both are counterpunchers. Both hit really hard at 140 pounds. You want to elevate your career? Take risks in the same way you did while you were trying to elevate your career on your beginnings. Do the same thing now, and maybe, just maybe, you might get the victory, give us a good taste, and maybe you're going to sell us on wanting to come back and see you. I'm just putting ideas together. Let's see what the ignorant boxing in the building. What's going on, brother? I don't see AB beating. Let's see. Lost the comment because I don't see AB beating any champions at 140. Correct. I don't see him either. I absolutely don't see him either. Give Santiago the rematch for a fact. If he's going to get robbed again, let him at least take the bag. Santiago deserves the rematch because Santiago got robbed in this fight. But Puerto Rico, eso no va a pasar. Roland Franklin, that's why they need to make the fight we want. Facts. Broner can beat. Yo, y'all being a little Santiago won that fight for a fact. Pigeon Mike Tyson. I was actually going to share a video. I was in my uncle's coop. My uncle's one of the top homing pigeon flyers here in Louisville, Kentucky, and his pigeons go for the kind of dollars I wouldn't pay. But for some reason, it's not taking the video for me to share it. But it would have been nice for y'all to see them high dollar birds, man. Danny will beat Broner to a pole. Maybe, man. Yo, I truly think that a good career revitalizing medicine, if you want to call it, a good career move for AB right now, I think would be definitely a fight with Danny Garcia. I truly believe. Let's see. I'm still going to try to see if I can find this video so I can share it with you guys. I truly believe that it's not letting me. Sorry. I truly believe that both of these fighters can get in there. I truly believe that both of these fighters can work to make the weight. I truly believe both of these fighters will give us a hell of a fight. But will they do it? I honestly don't think they will. I honestly think that these fighters being managed by the guy that they're managed. I'm talking while looking for the video, guys. So be patient with me. I am fixated on showing that video, and I'm going to find a damn way to do it. Never mind. I give up. AB, I gave up making weight. I'm going to give up trying to find the videos. Danny Garcia, think about it as a boxing fan, as a casual. Say you're a casual and you know both of these fighters, but say you're a hardcore fan and you also know both of these fighters and you know the sport. You know what the potentials are in both of these fighters. Both of these fighters are not in good standing right now. Both of these fighters can make a good fight in their weight division. And whoever wins, on up it goes. But what's next for AB? Is AB back to make a few dollars? Is he back because he wants to be a champion again? Is he back because he's serious about the sport? I'm sorry, I can only use the evidence. And so far, the evidence is he ain't. AB about the BS. AB got a give decision. He lost. He lost. And I hate it for Santiago, a guy that took the fight in a week's notice, a guy that came in and fought his heart out, and a guy that should have been the victor that night and got robbed. AB versus Danny Garcia. That should be the next move. Moving on to the fight of the night. I want to talk about this so I can drop the link and hear from you guys. I want to talk about the fight. I also want to talk about the accusations. Listen, I told you guys during the live, it hadn't been 5 minutes since Valdez had won that fight, and I was already warning you guys that it was coming. Some of y'all thought, oh man, here you go again. Just leave it alone. It's not going to happen. Bam! In your face. I smell a rat when I see it. I can identify maggots when I see it. It was coming, and he has arrived. Let's see. I'm not going to mention your name, bro. Yo no voy a mencionar ese nombre. New King, new record, Pigeon, 1.9 million. Yo, I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to say that name. Yo, before I talk about the fight, I just want to tell you, as I was sitting there, waiting for the fight, weeks prior to the fight, I was in a battle. I like Valdez. That's my fighter. That's the guy I like. But he likes to go to war. And going to war with Berchelt is like suicide. At the last minute, I played it safe. I said, I know Valdez has the skills. He's back in the life. He's got the skills to beat this guy. I'll box him. But I can see him going to war, and I'm just gonna play it safe in my prediction. I'm gonna go with Berchelt. And little did I know that this man was gonna step in there and not only outbox Berchelt. He stepped in there, outbox Berchelt, outclassed Berchelt, demolished Berchelt, completely destroyed Berchelt to ultimately, God Almighty, I'm so glad Berchelt is good. Praise God Almighty. When I seen that kid just laying there, when I seen the doctor doing this in his ear, rubbing his ear, pinching his ear, his cartilage, to get a reaction and nothing, I felt my heart sunk a bit. I felt like we were going to see another one of those dark times that boxing sometimes likes to give us. But I'm glad he's okay. Valdez kept going like this. I feel like that Valdez had been listening to the criticism. Valdez managed himself into this fight in a very, very, very smart way. Then even I fell for it. What are you talking about, Ranger? Listen to all the interviews that he gave before the fight. Listen to the way that he spoke. Listen to the things that he promised. Listen to the things he said to drive your mind to imagine a certain type of fight, and then he came in and gave us another, something totally opposite. He kept saying it's gonna be a bloodbath. I believed him based on the evidence, based on his past. He kept saying it's gonna be a bloodbath. Y'all remember that scene in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will Smith is losing everything on pool? And here comes the uncle. Gonna play against the hustler. And he out hustles the hustler because he played innocent first, but then he came out with the masterpiece. That's what Valdez did. Is Eddie Reynoso trainer of the year so far? One of the best trainers so far? Not of the year, but so far? You absolutely do have to put him there. Started the year with a victory from Ryan Garcia, stopping a guy that had never been stopped. Finished last year with his fighter, Canelo Alvarez, completely dismantling, outclassing, and outworking a fighter that had never been put in that position. Canelo, Ryan Garcia. That same night, Frank Sanchez with a knockout that broke the dude's jaw. Now this, the very thing none of us was expecting, the very thing that all of us were like, oh man, I'm telling you, I'm putting myself there. I was one of the ones saying, yo, my man's is going to get killed, man. My man's is going to get killed. Is Eddie Reynoso one of the best trainers right now? I would have to safely say he is. Is he candidate to trainer of the year? As of now, I would have to say he is. Has he shown that he can take a fighter and improve him in the way that he has? Yes, he has. He's not just about Canelo. The hate got to stop. The hate has to stop. Let me prepare the link here because I'll be dropping it here in a minute. I told you guys. As soon as the kid won, I said, okay, what's next for Valdez? Well, we're going to hear how he's a duck. Boom. We're going to hear how he's in clenbuterol. Boom. We're going to hear how he ain't trying to fight no young, fresh black fighter. Boom. Oh, Ranger, leave it alone. It's not gonna happen. That's just part of the past. He's not the type of fighter. They're not gonna take that type of interest on him. Boom. I saw it coming. Because there is a parasite in boxing, in the YTBC, that every time a young Latino fighter puts himself in a hell of a position, the hate is programmed in a group of people by a puppet master to diminish the image and the credibility of this young fighter. Think about it. The guy just won Saturday. From Saturday to now, he's already ducked Tank. He's already ducked Shakur Stevens. He's already in clenbuterol. Canelo made sure he won that night. Berchelt was paid off because Berchelt should have never taken a beating in the manner in which he did. It wasn't a long time. I told y'all, and y'all thought that I was capping. Y'all thought that I was capping. Berchelt comes into this fight, and the very first thing he realizes is he has a home with a couch, with a recliner seat for his jab. And so he puts his jab as a couch potato, and he lands the jab, and he lands the jab, and he lands the jab, and then he figures, my left hook is a bed tire. Where can I land it so he can rest a bit? He found the love seat, and he lands the left hook in the love seat. He makes it another couch potato, and from there on, it was jab, left hook, lead left hook, jab, jab, right hand, left hook, jab, right hook to the body, left hook upstairs. And Berchelt could not find a way to stop this man from stinging him. I guarantee you, Valdez made Berchelt feel like, have you guys ever been in the country, either in Mexico, Cuba, or Dominicana, wherever you're from, and you've messed with a wasp nest? Where you're like, no matter how much you cover, you're getting stung somewhere. That's how this dude felt. He put a boxing clinic. He arguably won every single round. I only gave Berchelt one single round, but you can make the argument that Valdez completely shot this dude out. And then he destroyed the guy with a knockout that, once again, I like to tell you, I was worried, y'all. I saw the kid laying there. I was worried. I saw the man being taken to the hospital with tears in his eyes, and my heart was broken. Then I proceeded to see people burying this fighter already, calling him a hype train. Why was he a hype train? This was a guy that had a 6th title defense. Is that what you're saying, just to discredit Valdez? How is it that a champion that has defended his title 6 different times is all of a sudden a hype train because he lost? I need the tea, y'all. I knew it was coming. I knew I was going to get out of hand. I knew I needed some type of herb, some type of botanical agent to just drop my nerve system a bit. Para calmarme los nervios. Tú sabes lo que te estoy hablando. Tengo el bururú, el loco activado. He's a hype train, that's what they said. He's a hype job, that's what they said. Oh, the real fight is in Tank, but he ain't trying to get that smoke. We already know he ain't trying to get that smoke. Tank, the very guy that hit and crashed his Lamborghini and took off running. That's the guy, right? Guido Peon in the building. What's up, brother? Link is coming in about 5 minutes, y'all. He's not trying to go against Tank. He ain't trying to make nothing with no Shakur Stevens. And then somebody sent me a screenshot today of a maggot, a major maggot in the YTBC. And the video he comes out with, listen, this is how they start preparing your mind, preparing the casual's mind. This is the type of putrefaction and infection that they try to zip into your mind. The sewer water, the filth that they try to sell y'all. No. The video is not, I would like to see this fight. The video is, wow! Exclamation point. Wow! Top Rank says, listen to this, that Shakur Stevens versus Valdez is the pay-per-view fight to make. Oh, man, let's put our hands together for the ability to create trash.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're dealing with. As of now, the newly crowned king of the 130-pound division is a duck. He has ducked 2 great fighters in 2 days, in some hours. He is a clambuterol use. Canelo made sure that he won that fight. Canelo had his the dark hands in the dark working the magic so that somehow Berchelt could get demolished in the way that he did. Don't be surprised if we listen to some sort of excuses that somehow somebody found some egg weights inside them gloves, inside the left hand. By the way, today marks a year. A beautiful year. An excellent year. A delicious year. How many of y'all remember what happens today, 1 year ago? How many of y'all remembers that? My suit was too heavy. Brilliant spiked my water. Yo, king is here. Can't nobody defeat this king. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Wilder got crushed. El perro, el dog. My favorite fight of all time. Yo, that was a legit fight. I can't lie to y'all, man. That was a great fight. That's one of the fights that made me come back to the YTBC. Oh, Ranger, you're racist. Oh, you come back after Wilder loses. After 6 years in the dark, you come back after Wilder loses. Let me drop the link, y'all. I'm truly interested to hear your perspective. Boxing is so corrupted. Look at this. We got a 135-pound champion that has ducked 2 fighters in 2 days and is using clambuterol. The top fighter in his gym somehow made sure that he won that night. So nothing to do with his boxing skills or the game that he implemented with his trainer. It's all to do because somehow the top guy made sure that he won that night. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, allow me to give you the advice to detox your brain from this filth. Allow me to give you the advice to call the BS when you identify the BS. Yes. There's a war. There's a war from a group of channels against Latino fighters. The very war that started by the very people that supposedly are for their people. Allow me to tell you, in the name of our black communities, this is not how black folks are. Do not compare black folks to these channels. These channels are outside of the black community. These channels are embarrassment to the black community. Don't judge the black community based on these people. Don't do it. Roland Frankie in the building. What's going on, brother? How's business? Talk to me.
Yo, what's good, RawBoxingTV, my brother?
How you doing?
Dog, if I come on your channel, I know who you are, and I know you are official. You're a real boxing head to me, bro. You always kick that real shit. And I heard everything you said when you was talking about how you was in a game a long time ago, and then you got out for a minute. But the point is, you back. I love that shit, yo, because that's what we do, yo. We just back. We supporting boxing, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
This shit, bro. I love this shit, man. We boxing heads, bro.
HLD en el building. ¿Cómo está Puerto Rico?
What's going on, Raw, man? You've been missing for a while, man.
Bro, I've had a tough week. I've had a tough week. I busy, and then we lost somebody very close to us in this very close person that to our family at one point. Sad story behind it. I talked to the wife. I told her, look, I don't even feel like making no live, nothing. It broke me. So I just took a time off, and
absolutely.
We're back, man. We're back.
Hey, yo, man, my sincerest condolences to you and your family, man.
Condolences, bro. We all go through changes. Condolences, man. I'm just glad you're back on the scene, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I'm actually doing the best I can to just to push the content out, but also this week is going to be busy. Like I said, I just got back this morning from Oklahoma City, and tomorrow I'll be in Dallas, and then the day after tomorrow I'll be in Baltimore, and then
that's true media shit right there. That's true media right there, working for us, yo, the fans, yo. We boxing heads. We appreciate you rolling around the town, doing what you got to do. I know who you are already. I know real motherfuckers when I see them, bro.
Appreciate it, man. So talk to me, Rollin. Let me take Rollin since he came in first, and then HLD follow it with this one. Give me, first of all, if you want to share anything on the Kelly fight, please do so, because I missed it, and I didn't want to come to this camera and present like I knew what I was talking about. But if you guys saw the fight and you guys can share your honest thoughts in regards to this fight, please do so. Rollin, you're first, and then HLD.
Well, this is easy. I didn't see the fight just like you, bro. I didn't see that one.
Okay. How about you, HLD?
No, I didn't see it, but I had a good laugh on Punch channel because he was hoping to get a post-fight interview with them, and I
know.
He was like, "Should I call him?"
No, he should have called him though. So I'd like to hear what he had to say after the loss.
This is definitely not the time to call. Actually, let me send the link to Punch in case he wants to join us. He's probably taking his power nap to go live later on for 15 and a half hours. But,
oh shit.
Well, you know how he does. I'm not saying that's literally what he's gonna do, but you know how he does. So okay, since you guys didn't see that fight, first of all, let's talk about the fights this weekend. Let's start with the Flores fight. Give me your honest assessment on Flores, what you saw. I haven't seen much from the kid, but what did you like about this fight coming up, about this kid? And who would you like to see him in the future against? Because, you know, he did one, and he did it in the best fashion, right? We all like a TKO. We all like a knockout. Talk to me about the buildup to the fight. Rapstar, if you would like to come in to share on the Kelly, man, I would like to hear your perspective, because you're over there in England. So there's the link, man. I'm just not ready to bury this British fighters. You know, Warrington, Kelly, I'm not ready. Warrington's rematch Lara. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Is Gabriel Flores Jr. at like 126, or what weight division is he?
I think he's what was it, 130, 135?
No, he's 126.
Wow.
I think.
Oh, 126? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought he was at 126. That dude is nice, bro. That dude is nice, yo. He fighting veterans early on. I got mad respect for him because he's mad humble. And you seen how when he came on Punch Drunk Boxing and how he was like so in his demeanor, he was focused on the fight. He went out there and put on a clinic, and then he talked like really big after the fight because he know he did what he was supposed to do, yo. That dude hit that dude with the left hook. I think he hit him with a left hook to knock him out, right?
Yeah, he hit him with a left hook coming in, and he was in a very good spot. I mean, people are saying he was behind the head. No, it wasn't. It was.
No, that shit was on the button.
Right over here. Hey, he hit that nerve system, and the legs went.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw, yo.
So you think he started just a little too slow? Did you for 1 minute thought Velez, the veteran, was just gonna give us an upset? Because I thought he wasn't putting enough action at the beginning. I saw Velez pressing the fight, dictating the pace of the fight, and then the kid came out, did what he should have done from the beginning, and ended him in less than a round.
HLD, you gonna run that one?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, man, I'll be honest. The kid is young, so I don't want to be hard on him. So I'm not going to try to get hard on him. The kid is very young. He's got a long way to go. He's doing great, taking it step by step. And hey, he did what he had to do on Saturday. Was I overly impressed? No. But you know, I think he's just extremely young. We got to really give him time. He's probably like a good 3 years away from being in and you know, starting to walk into his prime.
El sazón.
Dímelo, mi hermano.
El ajiaco.
Dímelo, mi gente.
Yo, you had the kid on the show. Talk to me. Did you thought he was a slow starter? Because I thought that he was just a little too slow to start with. I saw Velez dictating the pace of the fight. I saw Velez a little busier. I saw Flores Jr. a bit complacent, waiting too much, trying to get the one perfect shot. But then he did what he should have done, and he got the job done. So I'm giving him credit for that. Thoughts?
Well, you already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón of the YTBC. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that Gabe Flores actually did pretty good and actually, you know, made a statement. You know, he only got 6 knockouts, only has 6 knockouts. I think was implementing the power, and this is when you want to see from a young fighter to see if they have grown into that power, if they growing. You know, that's what I wanted to see from Shakur Stevenson when he knocked out not his last opponent, but the one before that. You want to see power from these young gunners. So I'm very, very happy in how he dealt with power, the left hook, and how he was there to exchange. He got a couple of hits in the face. He sustained those, and he looked pretty good, man. I think this is what I really wanted to see from him. So for me, that was an A+.
Punch, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's a fight that everybody got to rewatch. Gabriel Flores Jr. put on a clinic, in my thoughts, because he's a young and upcoming prospect, bro. That dude is nice, bro.
And also, if you look at his resume,
I was going to go there.
He's not fighting these guys that has like 3 wins and 30 losses, and another fight that is 8 wins and 17 losses. He's fighting. They're not pampering him like that. They don't have him like he doesn't got training wheels, you know.
Exactly.
Boxing knowledge in the building. My bruv, talk to me.
Hey mate, to all my brethren from across the pond, mate, we got to support RawBoxingTV. I got my boys here from England in the building right now, bruv. What's going on?
We're here, brother. We're chopping it up. We're just trying to listen.
Chop, rap star, boxing knowledge, respect, bro.
Listen, rap star. I wanted you here, right? Because people are burying these British fighters. I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready to put Warrington under the ground. I'm not ready to put Kelly underground. Look, Warrington's already working on the rematch with Lara. What are we missing here?
Look, let me just say this. Look, I'm a bit busy, right? But I know you called it out for Josh Kelly, so I'm here to talk about Josh Kelly. You know, that's Punch Drunk Boxing's friend over there we're talking about. You know, I told Punch before, I said Josh Kelly's amateur style and what he's bring to the table, and they've overhyped him. Would it, you know, once he starts to step up in competition, would that amateur showboating, moving around, keeping your, you know, arms low, is that going to help you? You know? Let me just say about this fight with Josh Kelly. So when I analyze the fight, for the first 2, 3, 4 rounds, Josh Kelly's moving away, using his feet, using his jab. And it seems to be that he's, you know, doing really well and he's winning all those rounds. Josh Kelly won all those rounds. It's just when he gets to the 5th round, he started staying in the pocket. And then his feet started to stay a little bit more flat. So is that because of the weight cut? Is that because Josh Kelly is trying his hardest to weight cut? Because after the 5th round, he was in the pocket. You can't go in the pocket with this guy. That's not the fighting style that you fight. So after the 5th round and the 6th round, he stayed in the pocket and he started getting a lot of beating. Like, he started taking a lot of shots. And let's be honest, he didn't even get knocked out bad. He just seemed tired. Did you see the way that they threw the towel? They just knew Josh Kelly wasn't what he was. So where does Josh Kelly go from here? How do we rebuild him? Does he have to take that rematch? I don't know, Raw Boxing. It seems to me Josh Kelly's style is not helping him in the elite, in the professionals. I mean, I just don't know what happened to him after the 5th round. He started staying flat-footed, and he was in the pocket. Anyone got anything to say about that?
So it's a matter of adjustment to you? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Why was he flat-footed? Punch.
It could have been several things, but go ahead, Punch, and then we'll take HLD and then Rollin.
I mean, he stayed in the pocket after that. He didn't move after the 5th round.
I think this is a case. I think this is a case that there is some fighters that are elite at the amateur circuit, and their style just can't transition into the professional level, or they can't sustain or fighting a 12-round bout. You know, he always does the same thing. He does the same thing, and then he starts showboating in the 5th round. I even called that. So, okay, man. He got way too comfortable. He started showboating a little bit. He got his hands way low. He's not defending anything. He couldn't block. He's not even. Yo, you see the fight. If you see the fight again, he don't even try to block one time. He relies on reflexes. And yo, it's better that this loss happened now. Because the older he gets and the reflex starts slowing down, he's going to get knocked out cold. Yeah. You know, he's relying on reflexes. He's not relying on defense. I just think he needs to go back to the drawing board and really take this. I'm not going to say serious because there's just one loss, but really look at his technique and really understand the professional level. And also, I mean, he's not getting easy fights as well. That Ray Robinson is not an easy fight. David Avanesian is not an easy fight. So, he only got, 11, you know, he ain't even got 20 fights, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I think we could critique him. We can't compare him to other fighters because other fighters are getting pampered. He's not getting really pampered, but I think he need to tweak that defense right quick, or he's not going to make it out of any fight.
HLD. I know you didn't watch the fight, but if you got any type of input as to what's next for the brother, what have you seen from him in the past, that would be greatly appreciated. And then I'll take and then we'll go back to Rapstar.
From everything I've been listening to, and I heard Punch say this, he's describing the fight on Saturday. Hey man, I think Mark Breland had something to do with this, man. The guy got tired. You know what I mean? And everybody said all of a sudden he had weak legs, and then they threw in the towel. I don't know, man. I mean, and Mark Breland did talk to the UK media, man. So I don't know, man. There could be something going on there. I'm gonna look into it, man, and talk to some of these, the tarot cards people, man. Maybe they can tell us something.
There was a lot of tower throwers, man, this past week. A lot of tower throwers, man. I think he set a trend.
Yeah, I actually do think though, when your feet get flat, right? I think it's the weight cut. When Josh Kelly couldn't move around anymore and he started fighting the fight with Ammunition's weight in the pocket, that goes to show me that Josh Kelly isn't weight cutting properly. And even if he goes to 154, he's going to take a harder beating. He got to stay at welterweight and prove something. I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, that's Punch Drunk Boxing's friend. You got to ask Punch.
Did you invite him as you? Did you?
He ain't coming now, is he?
Damn, he's not coming. Your rap star
says it's his friend.
Rap
He
star.
Punch friend.
Hey, Conor Ben is the one. I told Punch this, that Conor Ben is the real deal, but Punch kept telling me that, Josh Kelly. So I said, all right, I'll leave you to it, bro.
Man. Well, anyway, let me see, because I think he did hit me.
He ain't gonna hit you up now, bro.
No, wait. I sent him a message on his I sent him a direct message on his IG. He didn't reply, but he did.
Okay, let me tell everybody this. Do you know if he won that fight, they were chasing Virgil Ortiz? Josh Kelly's team were looking for a fight, Raw Boxing, with Virgil Ortiz.
Smoke.
I mean, Virgil Ortiz, look, I'm from England.
He would have laid him out.
He would have laid him out.
You mean to tell me Josh Kelly is ducking the interview from Punch Drunk Boxing?
He ducking, he ducking. He ducking. Can I play the damn message, y'all? He ducking me, man.
Play it.
Hey, I don't want to hear him anymore, bro.
No, you gotta hear it, bro.
Hold on, let's hear it. Let's hear it,
bro. We gotta hear it, bro.
Let's hear it.
My brother, yes, big man. I'll get you on the Zoom soon. preferably after this big win, bro. After this big win, we'll do
Big
a
loss.
post-fight win interview, brother. And we celebrate it on there, if that's good for you. Because I'm trying to keep myself locked in, you know, the way it is for these training camps. But I appreciate the message, my man. And message me after this win, brother. And we'll talk about the future then, because everything is bright, bro. Bright this year.
Yeah.
Coming this year, my man.
Damn it. Damn it, Josh. Damn it, Joshua.
It's a loss, bro. Get over
He's
it.
never gonna
Move
speak
on,
to you
bro.
again, man. You know how boxers have their own little rituals and like, nah, man, I talked to Punch and I lost. Nah.
Right? Oh, no, don't
And
do
you
that,
know what?
HLD
You know
on
what?
me.
Go boxing TV.
Don't
You
you
don't want to talk
blame
no
me.
more, yo. You don't want to talk no more.
Superstitions, man.
Don't
Let me
you
tell you,
blame
Punch
me.
Drunk Boxing, that he was going to come over and party with us. Well, he ain't
Exactly.
fucking partying for shit now, is he?
Exactly,
No,
man.
Let
That
me
would have
get
been that would have been an epic live though, man.
Yeah, that would have been a great live.
real
But look,
quick. Let me give a shout out real quick to Andres Rodriguez. Thank you for the Cash App. Yo, Punch, I got to tell you something. Look who's in the chat. High low, man. The brother got
High, low, D-Melo.
yo. The brother,
High-low.
remember when I told you that when I said Punch, I think High Low is like the Al Heyman machine, dog, because he came to the channel and said, "Yo, this ain't no machine, bro. It's a real
Yo,
dude."
that's the only nigga I respect on this boxing shit. High low.
Welcome to the chat, High Low.
High, low, D-Melo.
But listen, man, my whole argument is,
yeah.
are we ready to bury these fighters, though?
No,
I mean,
that's
look,
that.
I've
Go
got to
ahead,
be
go
honest with you, right? England is very passionate when it comes to their fighters. But when they lose like that, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. England's very straightforward. They don't sugarcoat shit, bro. They don't protect fighters like they do in America, bro.
Facts.
We're not here trying to make fighters look better than they are, right?
Well, Rapstar, the commentators were a bit out of hand. I got to tell you.
Well, the commentators are always biased over there.
Yeah, of
Yo,
course.
Rapstar, we're not trying to protect them, bro. Come on, man.
Hey,
We
not
don't fucking protect them.
Hey,
We
look,
on
in
their ass,
America,
man.
look,
Trust
Ronald,
the
in
ball,
America, we do protect a lot of fighters out there, man.
Oh no, that's a fact. That sounds. I think
That's a fact, yeah.
But to be honest, I think that's going to happen in every country, depending on who is the pretty boy they want to push to the top of the mountain, right? But it's going to happen anywhere. But moving on, Rapstar.
Yes,
I
sir.
know you're busy. You're welcome to stay, but if you got to go, brother, I'm not mad. But
I'm leaving in 5 minutes. I'm still making some money, but carry on, bro.
hey, man, if you're making money, stay making money.
Yo,
HLD,
Rapstar, stop taking my money, nigga. You beat me on a couple bets, man.
HLD. Let me ask you something, HLD.
¿Qué pasó?
Who do you think, going back to the undercards of this past weekend, because Rapstar's kind of mad at Kelly and Warrington, and we got to leave that subject to rest a little bit. Who do you think Flores is ready for? Because he's calling out the big dogs. Let's be real.
I can appreciate that he's calling out the big dogs. I really do. But I think he needs to keep on just take it easy. Keep on going on the same pace that he's on. Because I don't think he's ready for Shakur. I don't think he is. I think he may think it's an exciting fight, but I don't think he's ready for Shakur. So I think he just keep. He's still young. That's what I'm. These kids, he's a kid, man. He's a baby. So I think he just needs to, keep on his journey, keep on working it, be a full-time, disciplined fighter all year long, doing them 3-4 fights a year, and just keep on working the system, man, and he'll be ready. I think in about maybe another 2 years. I think.
Yeah. How about you, Rapstar? I don't know if you saw him fight this past weekend or not. Flores Jr. versus Velez.
Is that the same Flores Jr. that Punch Drunk introduced to us the other day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because of that, I did watch a little bit of it. I just watched some highlights. It seems like he's, moving up in rankings, doing really well, actually. Lot more to see from Flores. I think there's a lot more that a lot of people are going to tune in, thanks to Punch Drunk Boxing introducing him to the other side of the pond. You know what I mean? We didn't know really who he was. I'm just going to keep it real, bro.
I didn't know who he was either. Well, of course, I've been gone for a long time, but I didn't know who he was either. To respond, Ignorant Boxing, I think Ben takes that fight via KO, but anything can happen in boxing. I don't know. Anything can happen in boxing.
Raw Boxing, I just want to say this to you before I leave the building. You keep doing what you're doing. We're going to support you here from England. We got a new channel, not AK-47, it's UK-47. We're going to invite you, Punch Drunk, and we're going to cook it up over here for the people overseas. So we're going to be, you know, booking. We're going to do something with you, Raw Boxing. You
all day, brother.
Yeah, we're going to invite you.
UK-47 Boxing. Subscribe to UK-47 Box.
Yeah.
Boxing. That's how we're coming, bro.
The rap star, the James Bond of boxing.
Yo, that's a very unique name too. UK instead of that's instead of AK. UK.
Hey, Punch Drunk gave me the name, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Punch,
I got it
Punch got
copyrighted,
that,
bro.
You like that? You like that?
47 Boxing in the house, bro. So look, Raw Boxing next week. We're gonna do our first show. We're gonna have you there with Punch, and we'll just go through Punch and get it organized, right? But until then, I'm just gonna say this to everyone: big things are happening in boxing.
Yes,
just
sir.
stay tuned and just stay around Punch Drunk Boxing. I know he's quiet, but big things are happening soon. I'm out.
Be good, brother. Thanks for stopping by,
brother.
man.
We're here supporting you, brothers. Bye.
Appreciate you, brother.
Right, brother.
Appreciate you. True media. That's what we are. I don't care if other channel calls you old media. I don't care if they call new media. Here, when you come to these channels, we're nothing but true media. Shadow Ghost 81. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's good, bro?
We're good. We're chopping it up, talking about these fights. But listen, I want to keep the engine rolling because I feel like the heat is coming. The heat is on the way. And Punch, then HT, then Shadow Ghost. 2 days. And Valdez has already ducked 2 fighters, and he's already a drug user. Thoughts?
This is what it is. What's wrong with these delusional folks that needs to go to Bellevue Hospital, New York City? That's the problem. This is why people speak up, and this is why the race issue keeps on popping up and popping up. Oscar Valdez proved a lot of people wrong. He proved a lot of people wrong. It was a great performance, a memorable performance, probably the knockout of the year, probably the performance of the year because of, you know, him being the underdog and people not believing that he was going to do what he did, you know. And now they trying to take it away after a couple of days, you know, just like they did T.O., just like they do to, you know, you Canelo and all. This thing needs to stop. I mean, matter of fact, just come out and say you're racist. You still got a bunch of subscribers and followers that think just like you. It's not like you're going to feel bad about it. You know, just be real and just say what you are. You know, look, there is a, you know, I mean, there's like a little wave right now, man, with Latino fighters that they're challenging themselves and, you know, and they beating the odds. And you could see that, you know, the TOs and he was an underdog and he surprised the whole world and outboxing the technical boxer. And you got Oscar Valdez, people wanted to see Mexican, Hispanic, Mexican versus Mexicans. Beautiful performance. There was other people there. I mean, there's other people also that was Mexicans also that was saying that, oh man, I wanted to see him go toe to toe, man. Look, he almost flatlined that man. He almost killed that man with that type of style. I don't want to hear nobody saying, well, Oscar Valdez should have gone toe to toe, man. He almost killed the man off his back foot. So, yo, this is I'm sorry, excuse my language. This is the type of matchup. This is the type of performance that the world of boxing should give massive credit and not devalue anything at all. It's just idiotic if anybody try to devalue this.
HLD, 2 days. He's already ducked 2 fighters, and he is a clenbuterol user. But not only that, somehow Canelo made sure that he won that night. Talk to me.
Stop defending these Latino fighters. You know they're dirty, man. You know they're dirty. You know, I mean, I know. And look, man, it's a touchy subject because, you know, this is my opinion. I believe, it's a racial issue with these other channels, but we have to be careful that we don't make it and us against them. Facts. Because then it makes everybody take a side entirely instead of just being on the righteous side. Look, it's us, all of us, you know what I mean, against that type of bad narrative. And all of us means every creed. Doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. Just standing on the facts. So we have to be careful with it. But yeah, these channels are doing that. I mean, it's sad, but I mean, you know, when our voices are louder than theirs with the facts, it's gonna drown them out. I don't even worry about it.
Facts. Shadow boxing. 2 days. He's already ducked 2 fighters. He's a drug user. He's a clenbuterol user. And the top fighter in his stable made sure that he won that night. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, man, listen, I made a video earlier, and I mean, it's like HLD said, man, because not everybody is like that, but there's definitely a lot of hate, bro. Especially after, I don't think that they thought there was gonna be a statement like that. I think a lot of people were thinking it was just gonna be two, an average Mexicans going at it, like, you know what I mean, and just you know how they view Latino fighters, people in general. Just no defense, just using their face as for their defense, and some boxers do, but Oscar showed under Eddie Reynoso, bro, and this is why I said he's trainer of the year, rightfully so, bro, in my eyes, up there with Tio Sr. Because when you take a fighter and he can adjust like that. I mean, he had Berchelt's nose was bleeding in the second round off of that jab, bro. Off of the jab alone. He didn't even hit him with any hooks yet, and his nose was bleeding, bro. And but the thing is, I said in one of my videos, I said, how would it look if I had an NFL channel? These channels, all they do is they talk about certain boxers, and they act like for instance, they'll talk about the return of Adrien Broner, and they act like Berchelt and Valdez wasn't even fighting. So that's like me having an NFL channel, and all I'm talking about is the Cowboys, or the playoffs is going on, and all I'm doing is talking about the AFC and the NFC wild card, is going on. It's not good for boxing. It's not good for anybody. And but the real boxing fans can see through that, and that's why I realized in the short 8 to 10 months that I've been in the YTBC community, I realized that there's real fans, and then there are people that feed off of narratives. There are people that actually feed off of what's going on in the world. They feed off of the racism, the politics, and that's why I said these guys in these channels, they sprinkle in a little bit of the truth, and they mix it in with the politics and the racism, and they throw it in a blender. And and then they ask for the cash apps. And and I just feel like Punch said, bro, I have more respect for a person that just comes out and says I'm racist. I'd rather you just tell me that you're racist than to just act like you're not, and then and then just come out with a whole bunch of excuses. I'd rather you just be like, look, I don't like Latino fighters, and my channel is only going to be about black fighters, and look, I'm letting you know where I stand. I'd be like, hey, I respect you. At least you telling me to my face.
True. Look, y'all, I've tried to leave this subject alone. I promise you I have, right? And
Red Boxing, what's up? My bad. I just want to say what's up to him. He gave me a comment on my channel.
Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Send a shout out, man. But look, man, I've tried Punch, HLD, Shadow. I've tried to leave this subject alone because I didn't want the YTBC to constantly go from one side to another, seeing 2 fighters fight, and that actually drive even us away from speaking about the subject and sport that we love, right? But how much can you stay quiet when you see the lies growing and growing and being spread and spread? And I said it. It's in the live that I did this weekend. Less than 2 minutes after the kid won, I said it. Watch how they're going to come out with the type of excuses that there was some dirtiness played on over here, that he's a duck, that he's ducking. I didn't say Tank, but I did mention Shakur because I didn't think Tank was going to be even in the subject since he crashed his car and took off running. But I said it, and I thought it was just me, right? And people were like, yo, Ranger, you got to leave that alone, man. If we don't talk about it, it's going to go away, man. Yo, not even 2 days. Esa Suiza te cuida, ¿oíste? Esa Suiza te cuida, ¿oíste?
Mira, mujer, tráeme comida que tengo hambre.
Yeah, but Raw Boxing, are they? Yo, I didn't even hear all of it. Are they really saying that Canelo made sure? What did you say, Canelo? What?
There is, I believe, is Potato Head.
Mm-hmm.
that insinuated
Mrs.
that, yeah, that insinuated that the influence behind the curtain for Berchelt not to perform in the way that we're used to seeing him perform. Which,
Get the fuck out of here. Do you know? Come on, bro. He
It-
had what first of all, am I correct? Didn't he have like a record on the line for title defenses?
6
Right.
titles.
So do you really think and the president FaceTimed him and Julio Cesar Chavez was also I think that was the record that he was trying to also talk to him. Do you really think Canelo's gonna talk to him? He's just gonna be like, yeah, you know what, Canelo? You're right. I'm just gonna go out there and get fucking flatlined. Fucking and like Punch said, looked like he was dead. I was worried for him, bro. I was worried because let me tell you something, bro. That knockout reminded me of like the Roy Jones knockout years ago. Not the one with Tarver. The second one. I think it was Glenn Johnson.
Yeah, Glenn Johnson. Yeah.
Right. The one where he wasn't moving. And I was like, yo, is Roy all right? You know, that shit is scary, man. And I was off a back foot. And I was watching another Oscar Valdez fight. I think it was, and Jakob maybe helped me out. His name was Lopez, too. He had a last name Lopez. He dropped Oscar Valdez earlier in the fight, right? And he caught him with the same left hook going backwards, bro. Off that back, he's going backwards and lands that left hook, bro. That left hook is dangerous. And the thing about that is, bro, he could land that shot. They did an interview with Tio, and Tio was talking about that. He's like, bro, his punch placement, he could land that at any time, going forward, going backward as a counter. That's dangerous, bro. So even if you have good defense, no matter who you fighting, he could land that shot if you chasing him too. So I mean, that shit's good, bro.
On a scale of 1 to 10, HLD, where do you put this knockout? 10 being
and let's play with knockouts within the last probably 5 years.
Yeah,
it's gotta be like a top 5 because also of the moment of what it was, who it was against. It's gotta be a top 5 from the past 5 years, you know. But if you know what I draw about it from the two guys is what happens when a full-time disciplined fighter is dedicated to his craft every day, putting it in compared to someone who didn't. And you can tell that just by the weights. He came in, you know, they weighed in at 130, but then Berchelt blew up to 146. That just tells me he was just way out of shape for this. He was not ready for this. You know, and you saw that in the drainage.
El Jefe in the building, the boss. ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo la?
Yo, what's going on, bro? Appreciate for having me on, man.
Anytime, brother. Give me your thoughts on a scale of 1 to 10 in the last 5 years, as HLD stated. Where do you place this knockout? Then we take punch, then we take Shadow Ghost.
Hey, man, it was a great knockout, bro. It's one of the best knockouts I've seen, man. And it's a shame to really see him go out like that. I actually had Berchelt. Like, I was picking him to win the fight, bro. So I was surprised. I was very surprised, bro. So, but I also want to hit that point real quick, bro. All these conspiracy theorists, man, they're coming out on full force, man. It's just funny to me, bro. But yeah, bro, that's what I think about it, man. Oscar Valdez, it was a great win, man. He needs to deserve the, you know what I'm saying, this victory. Let him chill for a couple days. They're already talking about him ducking and shit, bro. Just let him enjoy the victory. At least a couple days, man. At least a week, bro. And we'll see, man. But that's my thoughts on that.
I said it. I'm not trying to keep the subject alive. It's just like weed, the bad weed on the grass. You know, it doesn't matter how much you cut it. It's going to keep growing unless you fight it consistently. Punch 1 to 10 in the last 5 years. Where do you put this knockout, man?
Damn, man. I mean, it's been a lot of. If we really look at 5 years, you know, I mean, there's been a couple knockouts.
I mean, taking in consideration what HLD says, the type of fight, the moment, who he was against, the expectations. You know, this was the kryptonite being picked by the people. This was Valdez.
I mean, both this fight and the first anniversary of the Deontay Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. I didn't think that Fury was gonna do that to Deontay Wilder. Not like that. But the knockout was cold. I thought he was dead, man. I thought he was dead. He was out, and he did it versus the destroyer. You know what I'm saying? The most dangerous man at 130. So yeah, it was a great performance. It was a great ending. That was it was. I'm happy for the guy, man. I'm happy for the guy, and I think this was boxing's all about. Like, I thought it was gonna go to a decision. I didn't pick nobody knocking nobody out. I picked a 7-5 going to Berchelt, but he surprised a lot of people, man, and I'm happy as a boxing fan. I'm happy to see it. But I want to chime in also on what I was saying about what HLD was saying about not making it. ¿Quién te está llamando aquí, Estamos hablando aquí,
It's the mother. She's checking out her boy.
That
go ahead,
he was saying, like, I agree to a certain extent about not making it look like, it's one side or one the other. But I'm not on that Martin Luther King stuff, man. I'm on that Malcolm X, man. I'm on that by any means necessary, man. I think I've had it with these narrative pushers and you know what, man? I'm just gonna tell the street like it is. It's not kumbaya no more, man. I think for almost nearly 2 years, I'm like, we all together, and this is we're one, and I'm not even on that type of time, man. I ain't even gonna be fake about it.
Facts. Hold on. Yo, what is going on with all this equipment? Yo, Shadow, I think you're muted, Shadow.
But I do think is the most healthy, which I'm saying is what needs to be, but I don't think that people's approach is to make it seem like we're separate. Their approach is separate. Even if you call them in, and even if you have like what Black and Brown did that day, right? Good, you know what I'm saying? But they're not up to being united. It's not. That's it. They have a business model. They want to be divided. It's them and anti everybody else. So I feel like, yes, that we could out how you say, what was the word that you used? HLD. We could out
we could drown them out. And what I mean by that is, yeah, we're gonna. I mean, look, I obviously we're gonna point out hard the racism of what they're doing. Obviously that's to be pointed out hardcore style. And yeah, like you just said, yeah, I want to point that out Malcolm X style. Fuck that, right? Like, and that's straight out to that. But we, what I'm trying to say is that, here on this platform, we have to, just be careful that we're not making it that it's Latinos against blacks. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I understand. I understand that part.
That's what I meant.
I'm saying to outdrown them, even though that these type of channels are a group and they work collectively, and this is one thing that they do. People could only outdrown that if people work collectively, even though we're not in no group or anything of that nature. But collectively, they need the only way we outdrown them collectively. Other channels look what they doing to outdrown them, but it just can't be one channel and then the other channel 2 days later, and then it does nothing.
Yeah, so
that's what I mean.
That's why earlier as well, I felt the need to tell people, because unfortunately, we do have people that get blinded by anger, and they're like, this is how black folks are. No, this is not how black folks are. This is how this specifically group of black folks are being. They're being racist towards Latinos, unfortunately. And why do we say racist? Nothing that a Latino fighter does that is good. And if a Latino fighter doesn't fight one of their favorite fighters, somehow that's racism. So they live with racism in their head. They must like racism. Therefore, they're racist. But I just go as far as saying this. Look, man, as a true boxing fan, if you cannot sit in front of the TV and be able to tell that a fighter such as Valdez was able to put on a clinic from the get-go, found a home for the jab, found a home for the left hook, then started working combinations up, down, back up, and got the job done. If you are not able to identify that, you need to seriously consider yourself as a casual, not as a boxing fan, because you cannot tell me that there was some dark hand behind the curtains at work here. You know what I mean? It makes absolutely no sense. So I'm not gonna. I do got mad when they said, well, Canelo, and now he's he's probably using that clenbuterol as well. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, for real, this is really what we're doing in boxing, right? We got the casual watching the fight, excited about a fighter like Valdez, but then that same casual goes to one of these channels and listens to one of these, and they're like, ah, damn, so he's not really legit. He's on that stuff. And now their desire to watch boxing goes down. What they don't realize is this not only affecting Latino fighter, it's affecting Chinese fighters, blue fighters, red fighters, black fighters, all kinds of fighters.
Yeah,
it's affecting boxing in general. HLD. I mean, Shadow Ghost, because I know you were having issues with your mic.
I was having technical issues.
1 to 10. Where do you place this knockout in the last 5 years? It's hard.
In the last 5 years. Oh yeah, man, there's been a lot of knock. Man, I'll tell you what, bro, it was a fucking good knockout, bro. Yeah. It was a good knockout, bro. Let me tell you something. He really impressed me, man, and I loved those two guys even before they fought, but I loved both of them after, and I even became a more of a bigger fan of Valdez after this fight, but even Berchelt also, and I'm gonna tell you why, because most people would have been out after that 4th round, bro. Most people would have been out, bro.
Yeah.
That heart on that motherfucker, bro. And he even came back and rallied a little bit. I think it was like 6th or 7th round. He started because you could see about Oscar's face was a little bit knotted up, and he was catching him a little bit. And he kept pressuring him. It's just unfortunately that when Miguel is one of those fighters, bro, that when he gets hurt, he doesn't hold. He doesn't go back to a jab. His thing is like, okay, well, I'm hurt. The only way I gotta hurt you or I gotta knock you out, and and he ran into a left hook, but that was like one of the best knockouts, man. And let me tell you something. If Wilder was to come back and do a devastating knockout on I don't know, Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, and the first thing we did that night was Punch made a video saying Al Heyman had something to do with him winning, or he's on steroids, or can you imagine the backlash Punch would get or other channels would get, but we wouldn't say that though. We would just say, bro, he knocked him out.
Facts. Punch. What's next for Valdez, for Berchelt? A lot of people are burying him.
I think he could go back to the drawing board, or he could get that Lomachenko fight.
Because Lomachenko might go back to 130, huh?
Yeah, he could get that fight. I mean, he could get probably give Chris Copeland one of them. I want to see Chris Copeland and Shakur Stevenson. They don't want to talk about that.
That's my man, Chris Colbert, bro.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk about Chris Copeland and Gervonta Tank Davis. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that because they need the Latino fighter too, But they don't want to talk about that. But those are great fights right there.
Real quick, Punch. Andres, thanks for the cash app, my brother. I didn't see it, so I want to thank you right now. And keep putting them kilometers as I put the miles here in the U.S. I know over there in Europe it's kilometers. So go ahead, Punch. Sorry for the interruption.
I mean, it's stacked up. It's stacked up. The 130. Anybody can fight anybody. Or maybe Berchelt. You want to give Berchelt and Gary Russell Jr. move up. I mean, there's so many fights. I mean, with a beating like that, of course, got to go through precaution and probably take a easy fight, get your foot wet again. But a
knockout like this, I can tell you right now, it all depends on which doctor sees you. But generally, a knockout like this, a fight like this,
it took a lot of life out of you.
Yeah, him being hurt in the way that he was, a knockout like this will probably, depending on if a very good doctor sees you, you're out of the gym for 6 months. You're not back active fighting for at least 8 months to a year, depending on what the doctor sees. So we can only hope that he's able to make it back safely. And yes, I think he does need a tune-up fight. Just get his confidence back up, Look,
took a lot of left hooks.
Well, not only that, Punch, think about it. The president of your country calls you and tells you, go and knock corruption out. The whole world is picking you as the guy that's going to destroy this kid. and you get destroyed and outclassed in every single round, with the exception of maybe one, it wasn't only a physical defeat. It has to be in here as well.
I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but do you think that because there is upsets, do you think that these fighters that, that in the high invested fighters, that's claimed to be the best, do you think that it's hindering them not fighting with an audience? They just can't get that kick. They can't get that adrenaline pump.
It could be.
Do you think it's affecting their performance?
Let me tell you something, ATLD, and then I'll let you go. I know I'm gonna. I talk a lot. Trust me.
No, Papa, it's your show, man.
No,
it's your channel. It's your channel.
Yeah, but when I got people, I like to hear them. So, but to go back to what Punch is saying, because this is very interesting. I also follow. I'm a big soccer fan. I follow the Spanish league religiously, and what we've noticed this year is them playing with an empty stadium. The big teams, they not performing. The big teams are lacking goals. The big teams are being scored on by the smallest teams. And you just said something very interesting. These big fighters that sometimes might require the push, the scream, the of the audience. Yo, they asleep. And when you said that, it brought the soccer games to my head, because these teams are playing asleep, people. So maybe that's a big maybe, Punch. That's a big maybe. HLD, what's next for Berchelt?
Well, he's got a year off. I would say he needs to take a year off. Done. But I think as far as the fans goes, yeah. I mean, if you're an emotional person, the fans give you that extra boost of adrenaline. If you are a logical thinker, and you have a plan. So, for an example, I mean, the kid Valdez had a plan. He was surgical in what he wanted to do. I mean, he was doing moves, slipping out, and he was doing nice moves against Berchelt. But Berchelt wasn't really thinking. He had Valdez in the middle of those rounds, and had his corner helped him out and told him, "Yo, get to that body of Valdez." I think it would have been a different story, because he was just holding out for dear life for like 3 or 4 rounds, And so I mean, I think had his corner done something better for him, told him to attack Valdez's body, I think we probably would have had a different outcome. But he needs to take a year off. I totally agree with what you were saying earlier. I mean, for the health of his future, of his, for his family and everything, it's not worth, having this concussion syndrome for the rest of your life.
Correct. Shadow Ghost and then El Jefe. What's next for Berchelt? Are we ready to bury him, or can he bounce back?
Oh, nah, man, you can't bury a man like that, bro. He's got too much heart. I mean, but sometimes too much heart is for their own good. I definitely think, like HLD said, he needs some time off after a knockout like that. Punch said the fans. Let's face it, some boxers have already stated they won't fight without fans. They won't fight their major fights. Bob won't do it because of money. Some of them, but I think some fighters it affects them, and not all. I think, but as far as Miguel, yeah, he needs some time off. And there was one thing I just want to touch on just real quick that Punch said. Yeah, they don't talk about Chris Colbert and Tank, and that's kind of funny, because when you look at the rankings, who's right underneath Tank? My man Chris Colbert is right underneath, and they don't talk about him, and they should, because he's right on his ass. I don't understand that.
I think I'm going to do a video.
Go ahead. You two elaborate a little more on that, because Heffa needs a minute before he gives his.
Okay. Well, I was gonna make a video on that, because I feel like I hear it all the time. Like I said, I started this YTBC. Punch was the first one who ever let me on a panel. Okay, but I've watched a lot of channels. And I hear this all the time, and especially, I hear it from a lot of other channels. And I know y'all heard it before. We need to see the black versus Latino because it sells. The black and Latino sells. No, bro. Styles sell. Whoever's in the rankings, whoever earned that spot sells, bro. I don't give a fuck what you are, bro. You earn that spot. You whipping ass. You moving up in ranks. It's your turn. You sell. You the one that gets that spot, not because you Latino and it's black and it's also a black and white thing. Why can't Chris Colbert fight Tank? I don't understand. I don't understand. When you look at the rankings, he's right there.
Yep.
He's right there.
Himself. You know, he's positioned. Mira el otro con la boca atacada ahí. ¿Qué tú estás comiendo?
Un sándwich nada más.
Ah, pero eso es lo que pasa cuando te casas con una suiza, no te dan el mofongo ni el mango.
Yo comí chino, comida china.
Ah, ok.
Mira, se está muriendo.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Sigue ahí fumando eso.
Hold on. I was gonna get something. I'll be right back.
I got you.
Vaso de agua.
So Punch. Well, you're eating, so I'm gonna let you.
Jefe. Dile jefe. Diga
el jefe, he's doing something. He'll be right back. So Punch, HLD, para que este hombre coma tranquilo. Come tranquilo, Punch, come tranquilo. Eat, take your time eating, bro. La digestión te va a caer mal. Take it easy, bro. Take it easy. I got you, bro. I got you. Yo, let me tell you something. In regards to this whole color versus color thing, I gotta give it up for Shadow Goes. He said it in the best way you possibly can. It ain't about colors. It's about styles. At the end of the day, look, neither Gotti nor Ward were black. You know, these two were light-skinned fighters and white fighters. You know, Gotti was a brown, but that's because Gotti was a slave to the tanning bed. That he was a self-admitting slave to the tanning bed. So he could have possibly been a wider fighter than what we are used to seeing. But these two fighters, their colors didn't get in there and fight. It was their style. And what did they give us? Amazing fights, homie. Amazing fights. So for the casual boxing fans out there, when you in some of these channels and you hear this type of trash, if you've already hit the thumbs up, retrieve it, hit the thumbs down and exit. You got to protect your mind, my people. If you allow that type of nasty info to go in there, it's going to live in there for a few days and it might influence the way you feel. This people is not about unity. So their heroes died for integration while they out here fighting for segregation. Makes no sense. Jefe, in a scale of 1 to 10 in the last 5 years, how do you rate Valdez knockout over Berchelt?
It's an 8, man. It's an 8 because when you really think about it, bro, when was the last time you saw the fighter going as a not favorite, knocking out the favorite fighter that has a belt, that has title defenses over 5, bro? So it was spectacular. It kind of reminded me of it takes me back to Pacquiao Marquez knockout. And
it was over 5 years ago, wasn't it?
Bro, that shit was 2012, I think. So gotta be like 9 years.
Yeah. High low.
Or even Tyson Fury Wilder, because that was a surprise too.
Yeah. But even the Fury Wilder, he wasn't knocked out. He was TKO'd. I mean knockout. I mean somebody sleeping with the pacifier in the mouth. I mean not responding. I mean fans thinking he's dead. I mean fans thinking he's not gonna be okay.
Paul Williams, Martinez. That's another one.
Yeah, but that was also over 5 years ago.
Oh shit! Fuck yeah!
That's why I put the 5 years limit because I know there's been some great knockouts in history, especially in the last decades. But in the last 5 years, I think that's it. I think that takes the gold medal in the last 5 years. You know?
Yeah, bro. Like that shit was beautiful night of boxing, man.
Now,
that's the type of shit we need more, man.
Now, look, let's take it back to HLD, then Shadow Goes, then Jefe, then Punch, so we can give him time to chew his Swiss sandwich with some Swiss.
What was the question again? My bad. I had to. I don't mean that's disrespectful. I don't mean to get up and leave like that. The mailman was at my door, and I got some untrustworthy neighbors, man, that'll steal my damn packages, bro. So.
No. Look. Let me put some mysterious music here. Look, bro. That's no disrespect. This is an open platform. In here, you're free to get up and go eat.
Well, yeah, no, because, some people might be like, well, he just got up and left, Nah, you
good, brother. You good. Now, look, this is the new question. This is the new question. Well, actually, I want to hear from y'all. I'm gonna take HLD, Shadow, Jefe, then Punch. Punch, take your time, brother. Don't.
Yeah, don't choke, Punch. Relax.
choke,
I know
bro.
you love boxing, but it's okay. You gotta eat, and if you choke, then there's no more Punch.
Yo, AB, talk to me. What's next for AB? What's your thought on AB this past weekend?
Ya yo lo dije about basura.
Basura. Give me your honest assessment. But break it down a little more. What did you see in AB that gives you the either the assumption he's no longer going to make it, or did you see that maybe this is just because he just came back? Maybe he does have a chance. And does a fight with Garcia sounds good to revitalize either of these fighters' career? HLD, take it away.
No, I think the man. I mean, look, it's just like does what he wants, right? But from what I saw a person who's not disciplined, hasn't changed from before. I think and this goes for anything you do in life. I don't care if it's even the job that you're doing, to make your bread at home. If you're doing something for a living that your heart's not into it, and especially when it comes to boxing, when you're no longer your prime objectives is to be the best, and it's just to cruise it, it's time to go. Because all he's gonna do is eventually look to get hurt.
But he's got $13 in his account, though.
Well, I mean, like I said, like I kind of said earlier in one of the chats earlier, hey, you could be a journeyman, you know what I mean, and be a name under the belt for the up and coming generation, because I don't see the guy having the discipline that, like what we saw from Valdez, for an example. You know what I mean? It takes that type of nads to really grind it out to be the best, and I don't see AB having that in his heart. You know what I mean? And I just think, hey, if he wants to go and make some money with Garcia, I guess that's all a possibility. But to expect him to be a world champion again, prove me wrong. Prove me that you're really gonna be a gym rat, and that this is what it's all about. That you really want to be the best.
Okay,
that's about it.
And before I pass it on to Shadow, did you see him win or lose that night? Hey, I gotta ask. I gotta hear. I gotta ask.
Sometimes when you got a few dollars in your pocket, homeless, you know what I mean? Give them a gift. You know what I mean?
You cut off. You're using that Taco Bell internet,
should be happy
dog.
with the gift they gave him.
HLD, you using that Taco Bell? You was cutting off.
Let me be. What I'm thinking, he got a gift. Kind of like when you got, you're at the corner in your car and you see a homeless guy, you give him a few bucks because you got it. So they just gave it. They gave him a gift. You know what I mean? The guy needed it more than the other one. That's all.
Pigeon, I would like to give you the link, but I don't truly know who you are as of now. I'm not calling you a troll. I'm not calling you anything, but I also going to be leaving here in a little bit. So, but I mean, stay on the lookout for the next live and come in a little earlier, man. And you can grab the link. As of now, I got about enough enough in here because I do got to cut the link here in the next 30 minutes or so. Shadow.
Yeah, just real quick. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I think HLD. He made a perfect point. Let me tell you something. We're all boxing fans. One of the things I do with my spare time, I go on YouTube or I go on the internet and I watch what these guys do with their spare time. Weeks leading up to the fight, AB had a video where he's talking to, like, after his workout leading up to the fight, he's talking to his fans and he's eating flaming hot Cheetos and he's eating something else. And one of the fans are like, "Hey, AB, why you eating that, bro? Like, ain't you supposed to be cutting weight?" And he's like, "Man, my weight good. My weight good." And you saw what happened, right? He missed weight, had to be 147. It's like HLD said, his discipline is not there. We saw a difference between Valdez and the problem Adrien Broner. Also, one thing I want to touch on. I don't know if you Rugaru, Regis Prograis. You know, they were talking shit and back and forth to each other, and Prograis was tweeting during the fight, and there was a video where Prograis watching the fight, and he wrote on his Twitter, and he gave him respect. You know, it's not like he's hating, but he said it's the truth, and I really think it hit on point here. I think it's a mixture between what HLD said with the discipline and what Prograis said. Prograis said AB's been boxing since he was 7 years old, and he's been in a lot of wars. Okay, and he's undisciplined. He used that word too. He says so. You mix those two together, and it's just a bad recipe. It's just he doesn't think that he's gonna be able to come back from that. He's been in too many wars, and he just doesn't look. He doesn't have that Mayweather discipline to turn that around.
Is it too late though? Did you see him win? And is it too late for
I
him?
mean, nothing's too late, but it's like HLD said. We're talking about Adrien the Problem Broner. This is a dude that he's sitting there eating flaming hot Cheetos, and I forgot. Oh, he was eating like oodles to noodles soup, and he was putting grated mozzarella cheese on it. And I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be cutting weight, bro. You know,
what's next for Broner? Did you see him win that night? What's next for him? Do you think a fight with Garcia would be a good revitalizing fight for either fighters' careers?
Man, to tell you the truth, bro, I didn't even see that shit, bro. I didn't see the Broner fight, but I did see the stats. I did see some highlights, man. I saw he got outworked. I think he only threw like 100 punches the whole fight, bro. So it's the same old Broner, bro. I don't even want to watch that shit, bro. The dude doesn't let his hands go. He's a shot fighter. He's an undisciplined fighter, bro, and he's a privileged fighter at that, man, because this dude keeps on getting decision over decision over decision, man. So I don't even want to see the dude no more, man. I think he should retire. Find something else to do with this time, bro. I'm not interested in the dude. I don't hate the dude either, man. I wish him the best, but it's just I don't want to see him no more, man. I don't even want to see him fight Danny Garcia, bro. I think Danny Garcia should fight somebody better than him. Danny Garcia would be wasting his time fighting this dude, bro. So that's what I think about the whole situation.
Definitely. Punch. Hey, man, we got to be real on this one. AB, you and I believed in him. We saw the videos. We saw him working. We thought he was going to lose the weight. We saw him flashing in front of the mirror. We saw him inside the ice bucket. We saw him suffering in the treadmill. And then he pulls the stunt. Talk to me.
El Chacal. Y fuera se fue, AB. Y fuera. Yeah. I mean, look, again, I try to see anything positive out of it, but it's not even the undisciplined stuff. It's that he don't add nothing more to the toolbox. He is that.
That's
AB,
him.
he threw less punches with Manny Pacquiao. He threw less punches with Santiago, in which he should have got up, probably try to attempt to get him out of there. I mean, he is a boring fighter now. He's a boring fighter. He barely promoted. We know he's strictly just doing this for the money. And I mean, like, I'm not looking forward to see his next fight, put it that way. And I agree with Hefe. I don't think that nobody should don't waste their time going to training camp. And I think it looks bad on PBC. Whoever gave him that decision, it looks bad on PBC, because now this is what's sad about boxing. I love boxing. I love the momentum. I don't want to say anything to actually devalue the sport of boxing, but this is a problem. Now the corruption in boxing is like they throwing it out there, and now we're so used to it that we're not even calling it, like it's not even, he got robbed. We all know that he won. That's it. Now it's not like, yo, this shit is bullshit. Yo, oh my God. Yo, boxing got... Yo, everybody saw that, and there was no real outcry. Because it's like, we're used to it. We're used to it. It's sad. That's the sad part.
We've been numb. We've been numb to it, and unfortunately, it's like you said. We've seen it so many times. Yeah,
117, 110.
Yo, seriously, that scorecard right there should have told that the judge probably didn't even judge as he went. He just said before the fight, he just said, all right, let me just make it look like this, because AB should make easy fight of this fight, who took a fight in a week's notice. So I'm going to pre-made my car right now. Boom. And he watched the fight. That's why I don't bet on sport. That's why I don't bet on boxing, bro. Everybody, who you got? I don't bet on boxing. I don't care if it is a fight that it seemed like 100% the guy's going.
Earjum and Canelo. Canelo going to win. I'm not going to bet on that fight.
Of course not. Of
See,
course not.
the problem with boxing compared to all the other sports is we don't have no one to hold accountable. You know what I mean? There's not one entity in boxing like that we can go, hey, and get this complaint in and to try to get it fixed. There isn't any. You know what I mean? So it goes always by the wayside. So that's the problem boxing's got, you know, as compared to, you know, Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL. At least in those, there is at least a panel of where you can go and everybody could petition to have a complaint about it. Who's this kid gonna petition about it? They robbing him this fight. You know, who's he gonna?
Bro,
you know,
that's a perfect point, HLD. Because remember that kid? You guys, what was that fight with the one with the headbutt? They said it was a headbutt, but it was a punch. It was on Top Rank, and it was it was a Robert Garcia fighter. I think it was. It was recently. It was within the past couple of months, and it was a huge controversy. And even Bob Arum was like, he was fucking upset, HOD, right? So now you got Bob Arum, and they asked him, bro, what are we gonna do about these judges? And he says, get the fuck out of Vegas. So I mean, you even got Bob Arum saying that he's upset with the judges. It's like, yeah, who do you go to with that? And it's like Punch said, it's happening so often. Maloney, thank you, Ignorant. See, Ignorant my man got the answer. Yo, so it's like it happens so often. It happened. It's sort of like the cops with the cops killing people. Is it happen again?
Yeah. Now look, Jefe, did I get your thoughts on this one? On this last one about Broner? What's next for him?
Yeah, you did, bro.
Okay, cool. We're gonna touch on two more subjects before I close, because these two subjects, especially the last one, might extend a little bit. So the other one is, what's next for Valdez? First, he needs to enjoy the fact that he's a champion. Take a few months off. Enjoy it. You know, get all the interviews done in Mexico. Go in front of your hero, your childhood hero, who told you in your face that you was going to get killed, and flash that belt in front of Chavez Sr.'s face and tell him, look, all of y'all was wrong. But what's next for the man? HLD, Punch, Shadow, then Jefe. Who should we see him in there with? What's the next step? Because the work has just begun. When you're a champion, now you got the desirable piece around your waist that everybody wants. Who should be next?
he needs to take the rest of this month off, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Get right back to the gym. Keep the momentum going. Get a fight maybe in May. Hopefully, get something with somebody who's a big name and worthy, and keep on building on it. You know what I mean? The kid earned a lot of fans. Not what he also did in the ring, but how he spoke after the fight. Very inspirational. I mean, the guy caught me. I'm on his bandwagon with what he did after the fight, how he spoke.
Yeah.
So I hopefully just get back to the gym and keep it going, man, and not take off 6 months where this then disappears. No, just I beat this guy now here in February. May I'm fighting another guy. September another guy. Maybe in December another guy. Keep it going. Against whoever. I don't know if it's gonna be Tank. I don't know if it's gonna be Shakur because you know how that goes. But against another top dog, Lomachenko, somebody. You know, it doesn't matter.
I don't want to let you leave in the easy one. I'm gonna challenge you. I need a name. Who do you want in there with him? Who do you want?
If I would like to see him with Tank, I think that would be an explosive, fun fight. It'll be Tank.
Punch, you're next. You know the question.
Tank.
How long?
Summer, July, August. You know, I mean, it was a grueling matchup for him too. You know, even though that he was doing great, it was doing great. You know, his hands need rest too. You know what I'm saying? His hands need rest. I want him to enjoy the win. Probably August, September, probably September is good. September's good. September's good in or August. I think Tank. I think we should get him Tank right now. He probably going weight drain. He'll probably. I mean, if I was his management team, right, I'll look at Tank. He probably gained a little bit of weight. He probably gonna go through some cases. Let's get him now. Let's call him out now.
While he's psychologically busy on other things too.
Exactly.
Time.
Exactly. If I was his management, but for Tank, if Mayweather Promotions is on that, black and Mexican fighters make a lot of money and they're about the money, approach him with that fight. I think that would be a good fight, and I think that stylistically, of course, Tank is fast. It's faster than Berchelt. I don't know if he hits harder than Berchelt, but he's gonna come forward, and I think that
Berchelt could use that. I mean,
I think Valdez, yeah, I think he'll be more prepared just because of the training camp that he had to prepare for Berchelt. I think it's a good transition for this. He'll be more prepared for a Tank. So I think, I think that would be a good fight, in my opinion.
Shadow Ghost.
Yeah, well, look, just real quick. I mean, the 130-pound division is like the new 135 to me, man. I mean, this shit is I love it, bro. And
talk to him, Ghost.
Yeah, and Eddie Reynoso, bro. And let me tell you what they don't like, bro. I saw a picture, bro, of Eddie Reynoso. It was Frank Sanchez. It was Canelo. It was Ryan Garcia. It was Andy Ruiz. It was Oscar Valdez. And I forgot to say on the bottom, but it was like, this is why they have a problem. It's like, bro, it's like he's these are elite of the elite, bro. And this is why he is going to get right back in the gym. He's going to take a little time off. He's going to, do those interviews like you said. And this is why they're so good, because he has them in the gym constantly. It's just like when Garcia knocked out Campbell, he was right back in the gym. He's still in the gym now. So I think his next opponent, I think Tank stylistically fits him, but honestly, I would like to see him fight Shakur too. Before this fight, I didn't want him to fight Shakur because I didn't think he would have did anything. I thought Shakur would have picked him apart. But the fact that he can knock somebody going backwards like that, that's why I think, bro, he's a bad matchup for anybody, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody, bro. Because if you could knock somebody out going backwards, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Jefe, who should be next?
Let me go real quick. I'm a time.
Because you limit.
I only got 2%, bro.
Got you,
I look at it like this. I'm gonna probably time out, but like I look at it like this. Valdez can fight Tank right the fuck now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want to see, bro. If Shakur did put it like this, Valdez did call out Shakur, but Tank and fucking Valdez should fight right the fuck now. Get all this shit out the way as far as like what the divisions look like. That's my opinion, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm out.
Hey, man, peace. Hope business is going good, man.
Yo, it is. I'm about to drop off, though, because I only got 2%. Yeah, business is good. Thank you, RawBoxingTV. I'm glad you appreciate that.
Hey, all day, brother. All day.
I got you, bro.
I'll see you later, man.
True media.
Hey, salute, bro.
True media. Next question, next subject. For those that are asking for the link, y'all, it's a bit too late. We're fitting to close this. We're going into our last topic. I definitely want to keep it limited today. Rollin was back in because he was back in earlier and his cell phone died. So I just want to continue it the way it is.
You can ask me first. I want to put my daughter to sleep.
Who?
No, I said you can ask me first because I want to put my daughter.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Okay, yeah, go ahead. If you got to go, yeah, we'll get you first. Haney versus Linares is in talk. Is it believable? Is it credible? Is it smoke? Punch. We get you first so you can put your daughter to sleep, and then we go to ATBC.
No, Linares, no. Fortuna, okay? Fortuna. Samson and y'all spoke. He put that $50,000 check on the line as well. Fortuna. I don't know no Linares, because if it is Linares, you're telling the whole world that Eddie Hearn does have the power and you don't. So Fortuna, he has the momentum of beating Lozado. Okay? He don't have the wear and tear like Linares. Fortuna. Devin Haney. All right?
Devin Haney.
That's it.
Facts, man. Hey, Punch, you got Father Duties, my man. I thank you for stopping by. you know, and do your thing, man.
Hey, Punch. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Oh, you already active,
know.
Shadow? You already active?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna subscribe right to you then.
Mhm.
Yo, everybody subscribe to Shadow Ghost.
Shoot me your email. Shoot me your email.
Okay.
My email's in my thing on my.
Yeah, I got you. I'll shoot it to you.
Yeah. Shoot it. Yo, God bless.
Hey, same to you, my
RawBoxingTV, Ranger, God bless. HLD, mi hermano,
Sorry,
God bless. Hey, Faye, OG, aka Born Again Christian for one day, and then the next day he's on to the next religion, but he's just trying to have a good journey.
Shout out.
All right, bro.
Y'all be good. You'll be good, brother. You'll be good. I was gonna take HLD next. Linares versus Haney. How credible? And
I'm so deep into that. You have no idea. I mean, I've been smelling this ducking. I'm gonna call it the ducking of Fortuna for like over maybe 3 weeks now.
Ooh,
and you saw it. It was coming. You can see the little hints here and there. The narratives on YouTube. You can see it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, hold on. The Fortuna is the mandatory. You know, and he is the younger fighter. He is right. I mean, look, Linares is 35 years old. He's been knocked out 5 times.
Yep.
You know, he is a worn fighter. I'm not going to take anything away from what he's done in his career, but what he's done in his career is not the same as what have you done for me lately. And he's like a Gamboa. He's on his way out.
Ooh, that's pretty strong though.
Hey man, the guy's on his way out. He's been stopped 5 times. I mean, that's just the facts.
Yeah.
Abe Hong, he's got a long winning streak. He's got a long winning streak. He's got pop in his the guy's got some pop. You know what I mean? He's young. He's elusive. He is the real mandatory for Haney. They need to stop ducking him. They need to stop looking for excuses. If it's Ryan Garcia that needs to say something about being mandatory or not, Ryan Garcia does not want to fight Haney, but he's putting that out there already. They need to stop that. They need to stop that. You know, they need to honor what they did on the Boxing Voice. Samsung has that check signed, ready to roll. You know, and this is what if he avoids this fight, this is what ducking is. If he avoids this fight, this is what ducking is, people. When someone already submitted to the president to activate his fighter as a mandatory fighter, to be a mandated mandatory fighter, and you're trying to avoid it behind the scenes, that is ducking.
With paperwork, not just words.
No, it's no words. Paperwork. Oh, you want to bet? You for sure? I'm gonna go today. Let me go get that Bank of America $50,000 case certified check in your name. See, that's how it's done. See, that's how it's done. Nobody's ducking. And then you can't be talking about what happened 2 years ago. It's about now.
It's about now.
Now, and I heard the man say, "Oh, it's about now." Okay, so then about now, Fortuna is your mandatory. Don't duck the man. And this is the fight. This is the one that we want to see. This is a good fight. And I'm not saying Fortuna because I think he's going to beat Haney. No, because he's going to bring out the best out of Haney, that we can see what Haney's got. He has not been challenged. He has yet to be in a 50-50 fight. We need to see this. And Fortuna would be a perfect example to let's see what you really about. If you are the dream, you're gonna take care of this kid. And if you're not, then it is what it is. And then you still got to keep on working on your craft. But this is the perfect fight. And I'm looking forward to it. They put it on, I'm buying it immediately. So I'm waiting for that. No more ducking. They haven't confirmed it with Fortuna. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. We don't know. WBC Mauricio has not let's say confirmed it for him yet. So
don't duck him, son.
Yeah, so that's all I gotta say, man. Let's just hope that there's not a lot of stuff going in behind the scenes to blame it on Ryan Garcia, to blame it on Mauricio Suleiman. That Mauricio wants it to be Ryan or something. You know what I mean? There's something. I smell there's something coming, but let's hope. Hopefully it gets drowned out and they make the fight happen.
Facts, facts. And this is what we want to see. The very thing that Samson did, which not only put out the verbal challenge, but also the submitted paperwork. This is what we've been wanting to see from the Haneys when they talk about Teofimo Lopez, when they talk about all these names. What a paperwork at? Or are you just clout chasing?
It is clout chasing.
Yeah.
You know, for an example, like, you know, they were saying, oh, that why is Teofimo ducking Haney? Well, all right, you know, go by the rules. The rules for IBF requires Teofimo to submit, just to submit an exemption. It doesn't guarantee him the exemption. Just to apply for an exemption is $20,000. You know what I mean? So if I'm Teofimo, well, man, you want me to fight your kid? I mean, you're gonna cut that $20,000 check so I can submit this exemption? You really want the fight, right? Did that happen?
Yeah.
No, that didn't happen. So, you know, let's keep it real.
Edwin Solano, real quick, we about to cut it. Just give me your 2 cents because I was only gonna keep this guys here. And
you're good, my friend. I just wanted to say, we just saw the best trainer in the world right now from Valdez. Man, and then I watch out Fury and Joshua because here comes Andy Ruiz and
Ruiz is putting some work.
And Sanchez too, man, with Reynoso's training.
Yeah, should be they should be putting themselves in a good position over the next few fights. We're gonna have also pretty soon here in the channel Morel Jr. I spoke with him today. I wanna get his 2 cents about being elevated to who dropped? Somebody dropped here. El Jefe dropped?
That was Jefe.
Jefe dropped. Okay, Jefe, sorry, brother. If you back, let me see. He left a message here. Let me read it. Oh, anytime, Jefe. Sorry, man. I wasn't skipping you. We were just extending it because I know I'm getting ready to cut it here. Shadow.
Yeah, I'm about to go too. So I just was going to answer that question before I go. Listen, I agree with everything HLD said, and I'm going to leave it like this. I don't like narratives. I don't. But if we wanted to push a narrative, we could easily say all the Latino fighters that these people are saying are ducks are the ones that are taking challenges.
You know what's my narrative?
And all the fighters that have been that you see videos about they're ducking this person, they're ducking this, or they don't want to fight this because they don't want to fight my fighter. If you notice, these are the fighters that have taken challenges recently, whether they've moved up in weight classes, whether they've challenged the #1 fighter in the world, whether it's been Canelo, whether it's been Tio, whether it's been Oscar Valdez. And all these fighters have taken challenges. And so HLD, going back to what HLD said, yeah, I'd rather it's Javier Fortuna. He's your mandatory. On the Boxing Voice, Bill said that he made it seem like that Javier Fortuna was ducking. Samson came on. He said, I wrote the letter. And, you know, and are you ready to fight in what was it, April or May? I think he said April. And he said, we are ready. And then you saw Javier come on. He came on. He was mad. You know, he was like he should be, because he's basically saying, why are you disrespecting me? Why are you fighting somebody else when I'm the mandatory? So it's like, listen, just give respect where respect is due, man. Let's just start respecting these fighters, man. That's it.
Facts. Edwin Solano, Linares versus Haney. Should we believe that? Go ahead.
I had a one quick, like, if you want to pull a narrative,
yeah.
I said that, and I said black fighters are hurting boxing, and I said in the past they used to fight each other and fight 3 times a year, and now they don't fight each other and they're fighting once a year. So they're the only ones that are debating fights and killing fights, you know. So, and they glorify boxing, but now they're the downfall for boxing. That's what I said.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my narrative. And then you saying Fortuna deserves it. Suleiman even had to check on the. I don't know if he told you. He had the $50,000 check. Like, let's bet. We got this.
It was on the Boxing Voice. It was on the Boxing Voice.
Ahí está. Like,
yeah, for real. Yo, before Shadow goes, man, I want y'all, everybody, go over there and check the brother out, man. Give the brother an opportunity to check his content. activated
I'll
notifications.
drop the, if you don't mind, I'll drop my link in. All right, I'll drop it in there.
Of course, I don't mind. Absolutely not. Any channel that's rising up, pushing a true narrative, not just a narrative, but pushing truth, should get light shine upon them. Drop it over there, man. Everybody should go check them out.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate
Anytime, brother. You're welcome to the channel. HLD, when you gonna get busy on these videos, homie?
You know what, man? I appreciate the men who have put in the work, the serious work in this stuff. This is just me. I really appreciate what you've been doing. I appreciate what Punch been doing. There's a few other guys out there who have been doing this for a while, and to me, just to me, it will be a disrespect for me to try to trample on into something that I know you guys have already expertise on. So I'm just here having fun with you guys, learning from you guys, and maybe one day when I feel that I've earned my spot and my place, maybe I'll do so. But until then, I'm enjoying it with following with you guys. So I'm okay with that.
Fair. Maybe one day I'll send you some pastelito and get you to show your face.
Muy bien, hermano.
Hey, Raw Boxing, I put it in the link, all right?
Hey, man. Okay, man. Everybody go check Shadow Ghost 81 out, man. We're going to close this. My only opinion in this matter to close is simple. Fortuna has done what we've been demanding of the Haneys. Not only did he challenge verbally, but he put forth the paperwork. In this country, when it comes to business, in any part of the world, when it comes to business, if there isn't paperwork, there is no credibility. You can bark all you want to, but there ain't no money. If there is no paperwork, it's going nowhere. I think if the fight does come to fruition, this is exactly what we want to see Haney's do. Take on Fortuna. Take on Linares. Teofimo doesn't fight you, then take on a Nakatani. Make him look bad. Teofimo doesn't fight you, then we can probably start entertaining the idea of making videos about Lopez ducking you. But until then, ain't nobody ducking you. You're David Blaine. You ever seen David Blaine, his latest video, how he's floating in the clouds with a balloon? You're David Blaine. You're cloud chasing. You're cloud chasing. So,
I like David Blaine.
Yeah, I love the kid. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the boxing skills he possesses. I would love to see him challenge himself a little more. Look, we got Flores Jr. He fought Velez.
Bro, he washed him, bro. He washed him, bro.
Velez this past week. Velez right now would even pass as a more credible opponent than a Santiago or a Gamboa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you look at his whole record, his whole resume, the type of fighters he's been fighting. This is what we want from you, Bill Haney and Devin Haney. We're not out here hating on you. We want something to grab onto to defend you, because right now we ain't got nothing. Nothing.
On the boxing voice, Bill Haney looked nervous when he showed proof of the petition.
Because he got challenged.
You saw that he was like, oh shit, he has proof.
Because he got challenged.
Yeah, bro. Like he didn't even know what to do. Like,
because he got challenged. That's why. HLD, Shadow Goes Boxing. I definitely want to thank you guys. Edwin Solano, thank you to Punch. Thank you to Ronald Frinkley, El Jefe. We're putting in some work, y'all. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow for the next 2-3 days, as a matter of fact. I will be looking out at my homies' live streams. I'm going to be active in the comments, but there's no content coming up in my channel till Saturday. Hopefully Saturday we get a packed house like we've been doing for the past few weeks on the live stream. HLD, if you want to come in this Saturday, I had Chad Perez kick it with me. Anybody's welcome for a few minutes. Yeah, we had Chad Perez with us, and let's see what's going on. Shadow Boxing, any closing words before we go? Then HLD, then Edwin Solano.
No, listen, I just want to say thanks for having me on, man. It's always a pleasure, man. And, you know, every time I come on, if I see you on and the panel's open, or just even if you're talking, I'll come by, hit a like button, and just, you know, give my 2 cents. I appreciate you. I appreciate anybody that shows support, man. And like you said, it's all about just giving an honest boxing opinion. Whether sometimes we disagree on stuff, and that's fine. And if we disagree, then we can talk about why we disagree, whether we talk about the skills, the resume, the ethics, or whatever. But as long as it ain't based on a narrative, that's all it is.
Simple as that. HLD, closing words.
Hey, let's keep pushing the positive. That's how I feel about all this stuff. Let's keep on drowning out all the negative, you know, and grow this sport. You guys have been doing a great job, Raw, Punch,
Appreciate
Black and Brown. All you guys have been doing what you guys can do. So it's much all appreciated.
Black and Brown too, yeah. Now, HLD, I definitely appreciate you, man, and I appreciate what you said earlier. But just know that none of us will feel any type of competition. I just feel that anybody that's willing to open a channel and it's willing to push forward the truth, I just feel this extra help. Because at the end of the day, I'm not here to be better than anybody else. I'm just here to put my content. My content is unique. I'm sure yours is. Punch is unique. But I do want to encourage you. Keep it in the back of your mind. You know, just a thought. Hey, Edwin Solano, your closing words, my brother, and thank you for stopping by even for a few minutes.
I just want to say thank you to all. I hope you got the zone on point this time. I'm just
man, I fought with no, he was gripping, man.
No, but nah, man, I always have a great time. I just want to thank all the boxers for all the entertainment and all their fucking hard work. Man, thanks for that 2020 and 2021 momentum, man. I've fucking been loving almost every weekend, bro. So awesome. Thank you guys all, and thank you guys for the great content, man. I really learned a lot, and hopefully, you know, we stop these narratives and start pushing them down a little by little, you know, because it's not good for the boxer, to be honest. And then that's my little one. Say hi, mama.
Hi, little girl.
Hey. Say bye.
Yo, but definitely goodbye, little girl. Yo, but definitely, I want to thank you, every single one of you that out of your day to spend time here with me. Those of you that were driving, my man over there in Europe, Rodriguez, for driving all those kilometers while listening to me. I want to thank you guys for spending time here with us. We're still working, y'all. We're still fighting. Boxing is looking good, even though it could be better. We're trying to push the truth out so we can compete against the lies and the narrative. Keep your minds and your thoughts pure. I would like to encourage you to follow me on Instagram, RawBoxingTV. Same thing on Twitter. If you want to donate and support the channel, Cash App, $RawBoxingTV. Guys, thank you once again. I really enjoy y'all being here with me today. RawBoxingTV. Until next time, we are out.